Coco Gauff versus Jasmine Paolini, epic showdown. 2025 WTA Wuhan Open Semifinal predictions and betting odds fire. Wuhan, China. Under the glittering lights of the Optics Valley International Tennis Center, the air feels electric. 1,000 conversations melt into a low, vibrating hum as the Wuhan crowd prepares for a semifinal unlike any other. Two women, each carrying the weight of legacy, ambition, and belief, walk toward destiny. On one side stands Coco Gauff, the American powerhouse, a 21-year-old prodigy turned global superstar whose athleticism and ferocious baseline dominance have reshaped the rhythm of the modern women's game. On the other, Jasmine Paolini, Italy's late-blooming marvel, whose consistency, finesse, and iron spirit have turned her into one of the sport's most unexpected and inspiring stories of 2025. It's not just a semifinal. It's a study in contrast, youth versus experience, fire versus focus, explosiveness versus elegance. And as the WTA Wuhan Open enters its final weekend, one question echoes through the tennis world. Who will rise, and who will break under the spotlight? Coco Gauff's evolution, from teen sensation to tactical titan. The Coco Gauff who stormed into the global spotlight as a 15-year-old defeating Venus Williams at Wimbledon is long gone. The 2025 version of Gauff is sharper, tougher, and more cerebral. Her forehand, once a target for opponents, is now a weapon refined through tireless repetition and strategic reinvention. Since lifting her first Grand Slam at the 2023 U.S. Open, Gauff has been walking a tightrope between greatness and expectation. The year 2025 has been about balance, managing the pressure of being a consistent top-3 player, while learning to channel her fiery intensity into composure. At Wuhan, she's been near flawless. Round 1, defeated China's Yulin 6-2, 6-3. Round 2, outpowered Laura Siegemund 6-0, 6-3 with one of her most efficient performances of the year. Quarterfinal, survived a tricky test against 8-seed Jasmine Paolini's compatriot, Elisabetta Cacciaretto, winning 6-4, 7, 6-4. What stands out most is Gauff's improved serve placement. In 2024, her double faults per match averaged 5.8. In 2025, that number has dropped to 2.3, a monumental leap that reflects maturity and a growing synergy with Coach Brad Gilbert's tactical philosophy. She's not just an athlete anymore, says former WTA champion Lindsay Davenport. Coco's playing thinking tennis now, adjusting mid-match, controlling the tempo, dictating rallies like a seasoned champion. Jasmine Paolini, the underdog who refused to fade. If Coco Gauff represents the future, Jasmine Paolini is a triumph of perseverance. At 29, the Italian has redefined what it means to peak late. After years of floating around the lower rankings, Paolini's breakthrough came at the 2024 French Open, where she reached the final, defeating heavyweights like Elena Rybakina and Daria Kasatkina along the way. Though she lost IGA Swiatek, the world began to see the quiet warrior from Tuscany as more than just a clay court specialist. Fast forward to 2025, and Paolini is no longer the underdog. She's ranked inside the top 10, armed with a fearless forehand, an impeccable court sense, and a mental calm that has become her greatest weapon. At Wuhan, she's been a marvel of control and consistency. Round 1, overcame Petra Martic in 3 sets. Round 2, edged past Leylah Fernandez with surgical precision. Quarterfinal, dismantled Jessica Pegula 6-3. 6-4, what many called her most complete performance on hard courts to date. She's a master of angles, notes Martina Navratilova. While most players try to overpower Coco, Jasmine will try to outthink her. That's what makes this matchup fascinating. The tactical battlefield. When Gauff and Paolini face off, it won't just be about power or pace. It'll be about rhythm, adaptation, and psychological warfare. Coco Gauff's game plan. Attack early with her improved first serve, aiming wide to open up the court. Dictate play with heavy topspin forehands deep into Paolini's backhand. Step inside the baseline. Avoid being dragged into Paolini's slow, looping rallies. Use her athletic defense to transition into offense quickly. Jasmine Paolini's counter. Vary the tempo, mix up spins, and pull Gauff wide with cross-court angles. Exploit Gauff's occasional forehand inconsistency under pressure. Keep points long. Force Gauff over it. Sneak into the net more often, as Gauff tends to stay deep during exchanges. Statistically, Gauff wins 72% of points on her first serve this season, while Paolini wins 58% of rallies lasting over 10 shots. The contrast suggests that whoever dictates tempo, fast versus steady, will seize control of the semifinal. The mind game. Matches like this aren't just physical battles. They're mental wars. For Coco, it's about expectations. Every tournament now comes with the invisible pressure of being the face of American tennis. For Paolini, it's about proving her surge isn't temporary, showing that 2024 was an anomaly but the beginning of an era. When the lights dim and the crowd hushes, the difference could come down to confidence. Coco has a swagger, says former coach Patrick Mouratoglou, but Jasmine has that inner peace. Sometimes peace beats fire. Those numbers lean heavily toward Gauff, especially on hard courts where her explosiveness thrives. But tennis, as Paolini's career proves, is not played on spreadsheets. The betting landscape, the sports books have spoken. Coco Gauff, 1.36 favorite. Jasmine Paolini, 3.20 underdog. Under total games, 21.5. Prediction markets, 68% backing Gauff in straight sets. But betting analysts warn against complacency. Paolini's value is in her fight, says Tennis 365's odds expert Carlo Benedetti. If she grabs a first set, momentum can shift fast. Gauff tends to start slow in night matches, and that's where Jasmine can pounce. Live bettors might find opportunity in Paolini, stealing an early break before Gauff settles. Still, given Gauff's ability to adapt, many expect her to dominate once she finds her rhythm. Emotional undercurrents. Tennis is as much about emotion as execution. Gauff's matches often feel like acts of defiance. The prediction, fire triumphs, but barely. Everything points toward Coco Gauff, but sport loves a narrative twist. Expect a first set filled with tension. Paolini's variety keeping Coco guessing. Gauff may drop the opener, but will rally with ferocity, using her serve and defense to wrestle control. Predicted scoreline, Reitero, Coco Gauff def. Jasmine Paolini 4-6, 6-3, 6-2. It'll be a match of survival, not dominance. A reminder that even future legends must claw their way through resistance. Epilogue, the future awaits. As the lights fade and the Wuhan crowd stands in applause, both women will walk away winners in spirit. Gauff's rise continues to symbolize youth refined by maturity, while Paolini's run will echo through the locker rooms as a hymn to persistence. Women's tennis thrives on contrasts, muscle versus mind, speed versus strategy, youth versus wisdom. This semifinal is that contrast made flesh, a living story of belief colliding with experience. When the dust settles, the scoreline will fade, but the image of Coco Gauff, chest heaving, eyes blazing under the Wuhan night sky, will endure as another chapter in her growing legend. Because in 2025, Coco Gauff isn't just chasing titles. She's chasing immortality. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.